Of course, all events doesn't happen without any socializing. So we have this last event, the CBNE Connect, which actually is not an ending, but actually just a start for us to keep, how do you say, exchanging the learnings and experiences in the future. So to start this session, I would like to introduce the moderator. So our moderator for the CBNE Connect, and actually is the one who gave the idea for this session, is Miss Anna Bolin, a senior researcher at the IIED. Anna, I give the floor to you.
Thank you very much, Nola. And thank you so much to the full NTFP-EP team and all the co-organizers. It's been an amazing week. As Nola said, normally we would have some fun at the end. And normally we would be around a table full of food, some music and some drinks. But we will have to make do. And often these kind of events are also a time for connecting and networking. And we've learned a lot from each other, and perhaps we want to continue those discussions, and perhaps we want to continue to be able to share experiences and problem solving after the event. So we thought this might be useful, not taking it too seriously, but seeing it as a way to connect with each other and find a way to stay in touch. So this week, we've seen more than 100 community-based enterprises and supporters participating from 12 countries. We've had 8 vendors, and we've had 120 participants almost in every session. That's amazing. That's a lot of people committed over a whole week. So a big congratulations. So now we're coming to the end of this, and we would like to basically introduce a way to stay connected. So we have a short video, I believe. Perhaps we could have a look at that.
Yes. Connected. Hi. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's a bit slow.
Loading.
It's loading.
I don't know, suddenly. Can I ask Paula? Are you there? Are you able to help me share it? Okay, this is the only time that we didn't share the video with Toffee.
With Toffee.
So this video is actually like a look back in the last 4 days, and oh, this is quite embarrassing.
Nels, do you have a link so we can play the video from us?
Yes, I will send it to you now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, so that should just be a couple of minutes before we have this video. I think it would be very useful to be able to see a bit of a summary, since the days have flown past and we've had a variety of capacity building, connectivity and creativity, as well as enabling environment sessions. So it'd be fantastic to see a brief summary of what that contains. Perhaps whilst we wait for the video, after the video, we will have, okay, here we go. Yeah. Wonderful. I think this video really highlighted the main beauty of this event, and that has been the connectivity of all of these entrepreneurs and organizations from around the world. We saw behind the scenes how people were linking up with their laptops and their mobile phones from home, from the village, and breaking those barriers that we normally have with language or with access because we're far from each other. Beautiful. So I will give you a brief introduction to how this session will work. So basically, connecting online and networking online is a bit of a different thing that we need to get used to. So how we thought we would do this is that we start with a bit of a round of open mic introduction by all the different CBNEs who wanted to participate in this session. Give us a 2-minute introduction to your organization and your topic of interest. Then we will go into breakout rooms if needed. So we have 2 at the moment. One is for Rattan and another one is for Farmers Cooperative. For those who do not think that going into a breakout room is necessary, we will have a separate main room where we will have a Q&A session. After that, we are going to have a sharing session of the main takeaways and what will be the next steps. So this has been a week with a lot of information to take in, a lot of interesting enterprises and practices that have been shared and observed. So what could be the next steps for continuing learning, for continuing sharing? And finally, we will have closing at the end. Great. So without further ado, I think that we will have an invitation of the CBNEs who are participating in this event, who wanted to share their main enterprise and interest for this session. Nola, might I check with you? That's how we organize this?
Yes. So
Yes.
now, yes. If anybody who would like to speak, to share about their organization, to introduce their organization, they can raise their hands. So the technical team maybe can help us see who are raising their hands. So I'm not now watching the participants list. It will take a bit of time for people to raise their hand because some are quite shy or not.
So the main reason why we invite you to do this is so that people know who you are and so that you can raise your interest at the same time so they can identify with you and connect with you here.
Okay, now we have one with a raised hand, Nirmala Shrestha.
Nirmala, please go ahead.
नमस्ते सबैजनालाई सबभन्दा पहिला त म एकदमै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु
Namaste to all. I like to thank you to all of you, and I am from Nepal.
र मैले जुन एउटा यो ठुलो अवसर प्राप्त गरे यो भाग
And one of the biggest opportunity I get here to take a participant in this forum. I like to thank to all of you, and I like to request that those women who are lacking who are in background, we are organization, we are organic one group so that we can organize one biggest program there. We can see, if we share this year, I think all the members will get this knowledge, and we organize this program from Nepal so that the background women who are in Nepal, they can move ahead and
गर्छु हस्
I hope that you will support us in this program. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Nirmala. Could you just tell us also what's your enterprise?
सक्छु हामीसँग
Yes, I can.
नक्सी क्यान्डी छ अचारहरू
I'm-
बनाउँछौँ त्यस्तै अर्गानिक फर्टिलाइजरहरूमा
We are making fertilizer like fertilizer molar, which we use to harvesting, and we have one organization also, private organization also.
जुन संस्था सञ्चालन गरिरहेका छौँ त्यो संस्थामा रहेका 105 वटा सहकारीहरूबाट हामीले
And we have private sector 105 who are working with us.
हामीले थुप्रो सामानहरू उत्पादन गरिरहेका छौँ तर
And we are producing all lot of things, but we cannot do marketing in the market, so we cannot
त्यसैले म
earn too much money from this thing. And I am participating in this program.
पाउँदा मैले बुझेर होइन हाकाथनमा पनि मैले भाग लिएँ तर हामी आउन
And I take this part by not understanding, but I take part in the hackathon also, and it gives me some inspire also.
आज यसरी
Those who does not have a knowledge of IT, and we can share our experience with other people of other country. And I like to thank all of you.
उत्पादनहरू छन् तर खासै
And we have produced a lot of things.
प्रयासबाट भन्दा अरू कुनै पनि प्रयास भएका छैनन् र यसबाट हामीले फाइदा लिन
And we are only encouraging our capacity only in this local market. Hope, I think I will join with you and we'll work with you together. If you can organize this type of program, we can share our experience also. Thank you.
Thank you, Nirmala. Very beautiful story. I know your enterprise in Nepal, and it's a very inspiring story. Nirmala is also a very inspiring woman in the local community. So thank you so much for sharing, a real leader. Okay, do we have anybody else who would like to invite for further engagement and sharing of experiences? From Nirmala, we heard about an enterprise working with fertilizer, organic fertilizer in a local area in Nepal, who are looking to continue to share experiences with others who are interested, but also to get more experience from others in marketing. Anybody
Anna?
else who would?
Anna,
Yeah.
we have Fadil from EPAL from Indonesia who would like to share.
Wonderful. Yes, please, Fadil, go ahead.
Halo,
Hello,
atas kesempatannya
thank you for the opportunity.
dari Yayasan Panorama Alam Lestari.
I'm from the Panorama Alam Lestari.
Kami mau berbagi
I would like to share a story
tentang
about how
mendukung pengelolaan hasil hutan bukan kayu
supporting
yang ada di Kabupaten
NTFP
di Sulawesi
in
Tengah.
Poso District in Sulawesi, Central Sulawesi.
Kebetulan kami sejak 2016 berada di
We are
salah satu wilayah
in one area, in remote area
Poso
in Poso.
di mana wilayah tersebut masuk di dalam
Those area
landscape Riang.
in Lariang River.
Juga selain berada di dalam kawasan hutan, ini juga
This is
wilayah yang
in forest area.
seputaran Taman Nasional
It is also in National Park Lorelindu. That's the name of national park.
yang kami hadapi
There are many challenges,
begitu besar di mana
big challenges,
masyarakat tinggal di
where
yang
people
di
around
dalam kawasan hutan dan
those
di
forests
areal konservasi.
and also live in the conservation area.
2016 kami
Since
bersama dengan NTFP
2016, together with NTFP Indonesia,
masyarakat
we work together with people in Bada, in area called Bada.
ini menjadi
They are from generation to generation.
menjadi bagian dari nilai adat mereka
it's already part of their heritage. They are using rattan, and it is important product for them on those national lariang basin. So I would like to ask for the how to economic alternative for those people. The NTFP is a good alternative to support economy. How to use forest in sustainable way. So from this forum, I would like to thank you all. So I can pass this message to all of you. So all activities that we are doing will be continue. Other challenges like any other communities in Sulawesi, market is a big challenge, but there's not stop us. We still keep going on the rattan trading, although there are a lot of challenges, including the status of the land because they live in the national park area. Their village is in the area of national park.
Thank you, Fadil. So thank you very much. So if I understand correct, you will be joining a breakout session for rattan enterprises after this. And you are interested in learning more about how other enterprises working in protected areas surroundings are managing the challenge of having a sustainable enterprise and accessing markets for their products. Great. So for those who are currently participating and who hear Fadil's story and who are also interested in rattan and some of these challenges to help connect on that, we will have a breakout session for rattan. And then we have Yusuf, I believe. Yusuf, could you please introduce where you're from, your enterprise, and why you want to connect with others on what today?
My name is Yusuf. I'm not a part of, maybe not yet, a part of CBNE. I attend this meeting because I attend the hackathon and saya coba dengan bahasa Indonesia ya.
I try to speak bahasa then. My experience, I am 20 years work with NGO. On the last 5 years, we create Martani. It's a small unit business to try to change the work of method. While we work in NGO, we just encourage people, but we are not part of that program. When we ask people, farmer, to make fertilizer, I don't know how difficult to make one. But when we move from Bogor to Jogja, and we make our own fertilizer, and we understand how difficult it is, things that we said to the farmer. So I can understand how difficult it is when people ask me to change. But now now I know. The second things, I can see the business approach is much more faster to change people behavior. It is difficult when we said this one need to conserve. Please stop this. But the question is where I get the money. So the community, the CBNE is accepted, is much more accepted for people to change. So Martani developed a different type of method. Say we make small, simple tool. So we make a floor using hand and not electricity. So once we get that formula or we know how to make it, we give it away to people. Then there are someone asked to buy. The difference when we were in NGO, we wait for funding. But then when we are in Martani, we don't wait. Well, we need some money, but we use what we have. So when we said we gonna change, drop all the barrier, let's try use what we have. If there's someone gonna help, then it's a bonus. So it's also including when we said we want to market. We always said export and high standard. But for me in Indonesia, the local market is million. And it's a big market. So we always think something big and difficult. And that's those experience from me in Martani.
Terima kasih. Thank you, Martani. So I can hear that there is a specific interest in perhaps learning a little bit more about organic fertilizer also with Martani. So we have 2 organic fertilizer cooperatives who just presented. So if Martani and Nirmala from Nepal want to discuss further separately, please let us know in the chat box. So for now, we have come to the main sort of breakout part session where we have 2 options, either to join one of the breakout rooms. So for the moment, we have a room for Ratan, and where we will have Waipal, Fadil, Anan, and NTFP-EP Indonesia, and any others who are interested in Ratan enterprises, please join this room. The main language will be Indonesian, but we have interpretation, so be aware of that. You can still join if you do not speak Bahasa Indonesia. In the second breakout room, we will have main sharing and connection on farmers cooperative. So this is, we have the Asian Farmers Association. Can I just see if the Asian Farmers Association representative, can you please let us know where you are so we can notify everyone who will be joining? If that's not the case, then we have the main room here for any questions and answers. It's an open session, so it's 15 minutes to share different question and answers that you want to pose to different enterprises that you see, you recognize from some of the other sessions or who have already shared their experience. So you have now the breakout rooms communication box in front of you. Please let us know, select one of these options if you want to go into the Ratan or stay in the main Q&A room. So once we have the allocation complete, then please let me know, Nola and team.
Okay, so we have 9 people who has gone to Ratan. There are three people who went to the farmers cooperatives.
Great.
So hopefully more farmers can go to the farmer cooperative if you want to discuss. So this is a free discussion. There's no moderator. Please feel free to unmute yourself and speak, and maybe with the help of the interpreters, if necessary, to please help in the communication by writing on the chat, as there is no translation feature during the breakout room.
And for the organic fertilizer, if you want us to create a room for you, please let us know.
Yeah, I think Nirmala and Yusuf went to the farmers cooperatives group. There is also from Vietnam. So the interpreter for Vietnam went also to the farmers cooperative. So everyone is given 15 minutes to have a chat.
Yeah, see this as an alternative to the chat around the table. Normally you would maybe approach somebody who you wanted to speak to over dinner or over a drink, and here we have a breakout room. Not the same thing, but it gives you an opportunity to just try to talk to people who you are interested in.
Yeah, so I guess here, those who stay here in the main room, we're still free to share.
Yes.
Or ask questions. So just to update you, Anna, there are 13 people who went to the Ratan group and 10 people to the farmers cooperative. Okay.
Wonderful.
I give you back the floor.
Thank you, Nola. So we have 15 minutes, and this is an open space for discussion. We've had a very professional and rich program for the week, and there's been a lot to take in. And so this can also be a space for sharing what have been some of the main realizations you have had this week, something that you hadn't realized before and that's opened your eyes. This can be a space where you say, I wish that I had a network that work on this same product or challenge that I'm working on, that I could connect with on a regular basis to help with problem solving. Please feel free to share what has been your main thoughts and reflections as you come to this end of this fantastic week. I invite you. Please raise your hand or put your name in the chat box so that we can see who is wanting to take the floor. Okay, so I will start while I wait for everybody to have a think. For me, this week, I have had a real realization how it is possible to connect from all around the world, from within a region, from within a country, using your mobile phone or a laptop, and learn from other enterprises, from other experts, and to not have those barriers of language or having to invest in traveling far from home, and still be able to really learn a lot, to talk to people, to get new experiences. And one of the main reflections I have had is, how do you continue that? How do you feel supported in continuing going about your day-to-day activities, which contains many challenges? You have the new normal. Many people are adjusting. So how do you continue those discussions? For me, that is something that offers a space of feeling support, but also to give encouragement. Online, we are learning more and more how to do this. Do we have the right networks? Do we have the right contacts? Is there a specific network you want? If you are a woman entrepreneur, for example, do you want to connect more with women entrepreneurs because you feel that there is something you wish to learn more from others who are facing more similar challenges to you? So, may I ask, does anybody here feel that there is an opportunity to connect after this forum? And how, in that case, would you like to do so? Do we have a brave soul who want to participate?
You're also allowed to speak. So the host has unmuted or allowed everyone to freely just unmute themselves. If you want to say something, that's also possible.
Is this the time of the day when everything shuts down? It's been such a creative week that people are full of, you've already said everything that you could possibly say. How about Femi? What's your aspirations after this?
Well, it's very encouraging to actually see communities themselves joining and participating. So in some ways, yeah, it's almost like a how do you say, like a test run in terms of the last week, to see how we can navigate ourselves with capacity building in during the pandemic. So so it is quite telling to see that people still have the desire to really acquire new information and to learn no matter what, and they will find a way to get that opportunity and to grab it. So that's very encouraging to know that it's possible. It's possible to maybe use some online methodology, maybe maybe it's not the best, but somehow we can make do, as we say, and things don't necessarily have to shut down. So yeah, so I think that this provided us that validation, or at least also some sense of what is possible to reach out to the communities during this time.
Absolutely.
Very encouraging. Yeah.
Very encouraging. Thank you, Femi. And I think this is the first time I have seen such a broad and active participation in any online event coming from everywhere. And I have seen more people connecting from outside spaces. The video we saw was fantastic, showing the background of this event. I also know that we've had some of the participants in this session, I know, have also shared a lot of their experiences during the week. So, for example, I can see we have Mr. Phan Tang from Vietnam. And since you are here, and I might call and ask you, do you have anything that you wish to connect with this type of forum after this event that you could share with the group? I invite you to the floor, Mr. Phan Tang from Vietnam. No?
Dr. Tang, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you there still, Dr. Tang?
No. Well, we have 2 more minutes. So we have any last inputs? Anybody wants to? You feel free. Even if it's a call for, please visit my website. Have you seen my products on the marketplace?
We have I don't know if Micah is still here online, but it would be good to hear. I don't want to put you on the spot, but since you were also part of the hackathon, very active youth leader, so just maybe a brief sharing of how the week has been, and what you have, what thoughts have come to you on next steps, or just the experience of being here.
Micah? Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Very brave, Micah.
I want to sleep a bit, Miss Queenie. Gusto ko nang matulog.
She wants to sleep.
Okay, that's why nobody's.
So, share lang naman po dun sa experience po, no?
Apa.
Wait lang. Ay, okay. So, yun, grabe po yung hackathon. Sa 5 araw, actually, nagsabay-sabay siya. Ang akin talaga is yung puyat. Nakakapuyat siya. Hindi lang sa hackathon kasi may mga kasabay din na activity. Kaya, ayun, toxic. Pero nakakatuwa kasi hindi lang siya basta puros mga kaalaman yung meron o yung isi-share sa'yo. kundi yung applicable din, lalo na pagdating sa community, lalo na bilang isang woman. So, ayan. Ano pa ba? Parang nawala agad. So, ayan. Isa din po is yung knowledge na share ng mga kasama ko is hindi lang dito sa hackathon may iiwan, kundi yung next step.
Only in the hackathon, but also in all other events. We are very grateful that we can apply them if we return to our respective places. We can find so many applications.
Has gone to the Filipino channel, for the English at least. So maybe Femi, can you give a brief recap of what Micah just said?
Yes, sure. Well, you saw her smiling.
Yes.
And she was saying, she started with saying that, oh, she just wants to sleep. Because she was part of the hackathon, and they were having late night discussions in the last 5 days. So you could see also the product of their late nights. So she used the word grabe, which is an expression that says like, oh, too much. Like, but in a, I think it was also in a good way. She said that there was a lot of things that she got from the experience, very challenging, but the main message she had was that there were a lot of things that could be applied to their situation. So yeah, that was the main thing.
Good, thank you, Femi. I can fully understand that the hackathoners are exhausted now, and we're going to wrap up very shortly. Just to give our other fellows in the breakout room a couple more minutes as they were expecting, I might be so cheeky to call on someone else who I know in the room. Mr. Yanak Asharaya from Nepal, from Fekofun, are you here?
Hey, hello, Anna, I'm here. Yeah.
Hello, hi, Janak. I know you're doing a big, very good, thank you. I know you're doing a big job in Nepal at the moment in supporting community enterprise development. And I just thought it would be nice to hear what are your thoughts around this week and the continuation of sharing this type of community or practice.
Yeah, no, yes. There are some participants from the Nepal. They are representing in this forum. Yeah, they are doing very well. And you know that the COVID had badly hit the markets and the process to collect, harvest. And though that's we're doing in the very far part of the city, so they just do in the least time, free time. And yes, the problem here is that the products need to go to the export to the other country. So that's some problems in the cases of the community-based enterprises. But the sources as a free data that does need some more cost. As you know about the community forest, they have this the trees are planted in the forest. So we are hoping that they will come good and everything will be open and they will have a good profit there.
Thank you very much. Yes, Nepal is like many other countries. There's been a very high creativity and a lot of resilience shown by the enterprises and by organizations such as Fekofun in working together with local community and organized community forest user groups to deal with the challenges of the pandemic. So great to hear from you, Yanak, and look forward to continuing the discussion with you as well.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
thank you, Janak.
Thank you.
So now we are going to call back our breakout rooms, who does that? Is that
The admin.
admin? Please help.
Yeah. So I also put in a
Sorry.
request to end the breakout
you.
room. Yeah.
There was just one supposed to share. And then we were invited back to the main room. She just
Yeah.
raised her hand. Can she just
Tôi thấy
Share here. Maybe share here.
câu trả lời của anh Yusuf ở Indonesia là anh bắt đầu từ những cái sản phẩm mà anh đang có. Thì ở đây chúng tôi cũng bắt đầu như anh, nhưng mà chúng tôi đang gặp cái khó khăn là bởi vì chúng tôi bắt đầu từ mật ong ở vùng của chúng tôi rất là nhiều, rồi chúng tôi hỗ trợ cho một cái nhóm phụ nữ để thu mua mật ong của những người địa phương. Bây giờ hiện tại thì chúng tôi đang còn rất nhiều mật ong nhưng mà tôi không thể đưa ra thị trường được, thì chúng tôi muốn hỏi anh bằng cách nào để mình đưa các cái sản phẩm mà của cái nhóm này lấy từ rừng đưa ra thị trường cho mọi người. Xin cảm ơn ạ.
Thank you, Sister Van. I'm not sure if the Vietnamese interpreter was able to interpret.
I will say in English.
Thank you.
Very impressed with the answer of Yusuf from Indonesia. Answer for Miss Phúc. I also want to. We start in. We have no enterprise, but we have a women group, and last time we support for these women to collect the honey forest in our local. But after collect it, we cannot sell it in the marketplace. So I would like to ask how we can introduce our product for the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Van. So I guess that question is left in the forum. So Anna.
Thank you so much, Nola, and great to have everyone back. So now we would like to just have a brief sharing of the key takeaways from the 2 forums that we had. So I will invite a maximum of 5 people from each forum to share their experiences and their main takeaway from the discussions that you had. We start with the Rattan Forum. Perhaps Nola, you know.
Yeah, Franklin George, who joined, who actually was the one who requested to have a meeting with Pak Jacobus and IPAL. I don't know if they were able to have any discussion during the last 15 minutes. Franklin, are you there? Maybe you want to share if you were able to learn anything from that short discussion. Of course, it doesn't end here. No, you can continue discussing. Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm very glad that I can talk with Fadil about the Rotan Enterprise. And I know, like what you said just now, it's not the end of the discussion. It will be the beginning of the collaboration, where I can get to know more about the Rotan Enterprise, how I can help the community in my area to help them with the Rotan, the process of making Rotan, and market it so that the community can benefit from the product. And from what we discussed with Fadil, he said that to do the enterprise, we need to get a permission first. And also, Fadil also want to do like nursery, because I said that we plan to have a nursery in our area, because at the end, when you harvest the Rotan, it will be less and less. Then you will only can get the rattan far away from your place. So it's better to also plant a rattan in the area. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much. That's a very good insight from the Rattan Forum. We actually also would like to expand a little bit the main insights, not just from the forums, but from the whole week. So please feel free to raise your hand. I open it up to the full group. Raise your hand and what has been your main takeaways from either the forum you had now or from the week.
Bhuvan has her hand up. Yeah.
Please go ahead, Bhuvan.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon. May I introduce myself? My name is Bhuvan. I'm working for Rattan and Bamboo project at WWF Laos. I think it's good opportunity for me to share the experience from the forum and also to learn from the other team. And unfortunately that the room Rattan that they speak only Indonesia, that I do not have a chance to discuss. In fact, I would like to connect with the owner of the factory or the investor who doing the rattan processing. I know that in Indonesia, they have a lot of experience on the rattan production and processing, and also the rattan can supply to the other country as well. So I would like to learn also and to share, because our project also working with the private sector and also the community who manage the forest, and how can make the sustainable supply chains. That's why I would like to connect with this with the private sector, especially the processor company. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bhuvan. Great to hear some concrete takeaways and follow-up actions from the Rattan group. Do we have anyone else who would like to share any main takeaways from the forum for this week? Please raise your hand and I will invite you. No? Well, if we don't have any other hands, we also would like to hear from you in terms of what concrete next steps will you take? We heard here from Bhuvan, she had a very specific next step that she was looking to take to connect with the private sector for the Rattan enterprise. What are the next steps or perhaps follow-up support that you have identified you need as a result of this forum? We'd love to hear from you.
Anna, can I interject a bit? Yeah, just to respond to Sister Van's question earlier about marketing of their honey. So they're working already with communities and they extract the honey, but they have a hard time marketing. So I would like maybe a concrete action would be for her to connect with, and I think they're already partners with NTFP-EP Vietnam. So Sister Van, NTFP-EP Vietnam, maybe, yeah, they are quite far. I don't know if you are, because NTFP-EP Vietnam is in Ho Chi Minh, but they just established a social enterprise that aims to market products from the community partners. So I think it will be good to coordinate with you. I know you have her contact information so that you can have a concrete discussion on how they can get the products from your community group and be able to link it up with the market through their social enterprise. There are also a variety of social enterprises from Vietnam who participated in the CBNE forum. And so maybe you can link up with them as a way to sell the honey. So yeah, you can get the list of these social enterprises also from Yung from NTFP-EP Vietnam. Thank you. And Anna, just from the farmers group, the other question was about how to move forward in this pandemic for organic farmers. I think it's quite difficult for them also in during this time. So that was a specific question that was raised.
Thank you, Nola. Fantastic. So we have a great source of network that exists within the different organizers and participants in this event. So maintaining those contacts for follow-up is very important. For the farmers with organic production, I also encourage to get in touch with the forest and farm facility. We have some experiences that I believe have been presented, some of them this week with, again, in Vietnam, a strong collaboration with a technical expert university focusing on organic production. And there's been a lot of work on linking that to policy support and financial support in Vietnam. So try to link financial lending with other policies that encourages cultivation and certification of organic products. So there's a lot of learnings from Vietnam as well that we'd be happy to share. So that would be for the farmers group, perhaps something out of interest. Okay, well, I believe, do we have any, we're going to come to a closure here. I think we have got inputs from everyone, and if there's any other burning contributions, then please raise your hand. As I said, this is quite an open and free forum at this time. Femi, please, I invite you.
Thank you, Anna. I just want to say just a few words just to respond or react to some of the questions. I'm not sure of the current list that we have, the participants, if everyone is connected already to a certain association or cooperative or group. I think one of the learnings that we got from this week is how important organizing yourself. So if you are an enterprise, probably you are just in a community or you're in a village, there has been some good lessons learned about connecting with others within, say, for example, a bigger community or a bigger province or nationally, where purposes of forming into an association or cooperative is useful. One, for information sharing and not necessarily market access, but the primary purpose of just being connected and having some kind of a support mechanism for getting the information that we need in terms of markets, in terms of prices, in terms of technical resources. Being a member or having an association seems to be a useful strategy. So I think that's just one concrete thing to share.
Yeah. So maybe just to add to Femi, Anna, talking about connecting with others, no? So like forming relationships, I would like to share that the Facebook group that you are already part of, we renamed it CBNE Connect. And we hope that you will continue to use it to exchange information and also experience and share also your products. We invite you to keep using it. If you have questions and maybe if you have answers, then we also invite you to use this platform to continue your exchange of information with each other. So as you can see, there are people sharing their advice, sharing their products, also their experiences. So we welcome you to use this space as your own to connect, to keep connecting with each other so that you can know more about markets from each other's actual experience, know about different techniques, or if you have a question. And also we invite you to be generous also with answers. So please see if there are questions, and if you have answers, please do share them. So we renamed it CBNE Connect in case you are confused. Yeah, please maintain. We hope that you will maintain the group by keeping the exchange alive. So that's it from me, Anna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nola. Before we have our final closing, I would just like to see if Sammy Pinto, do you have anything you would like to leave as final words to encourage us all to continue this work?
I think not much now. But as Nola had said, please, we would be really encouraging you to stay connected. Use this as maybe just kind of a start to introduce, as an introduction rather than the end. But it is just an introduction.
I think we lost Femi there.
Right. I thought I was the one disconnected.
I thought it was me, yeah, but it wasn't. I think it was Femi. Okay, well, let's see if she comes back. But basically, call to action, let's continue connecting. Use the Facebook page if you have realized that you do have questions or and you do have solutions. Share it with others there. If it's something that wasn't asked that needed to be, please use the forum on the Facebook. For me, I am been asked to close this event. Femi is back. Sorry, Femi, you were cut off. You said something at the end there.
Yes. I just said that I'm just encouraging everyone to stay connected. Treat this as an introduction rather than the end. We now have kind of a collective that has been forged here. So hope to see you still, continue to see you online, even if we can't see each other face to face for now.
Thank you, Femi. Great. Thank you all so much. We have had a week of fantastic demonstration of strength, innovation, creativity, and a lot of openness to share your experiences and invite others to learn with you. So I am humbled and I am grateful to have been invited to be part of this event. Thank you so much to the organizers. You have been fantastic. You've inspired us. All of the CBNEs who have participated, I am extremely inspired, and I think I speak for everyone who has participated in this event. So keep up with all of the fantastic work. Let's stay together connected and look forward to hearing from you in the future to see how it is all going. With that, I'd like to close the event. Thank you all so much. Go on with your evening and have a wonderful Environment Day. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Anna.
Terima kasih.
Thank you.
Bye,
Happy
everyone.
Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Terima
Bye.
kasih.
Everybody.